to Travel and Bang, baby.
This is Travel Bang. I am the one and only Marky Bravo the Mulatto. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games here to talk about the dark arts of seduction and the nuance of game. I'm glad you came. Thanks for tuning in. I want to focus in on something that I think affects a lot of more of the younger gentlemen out there, being that we're in the internet age, okay? And you know, I'm like that bridge. I'm like that bridge from the old world into the new, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a 40-year-old dude, and you know, so I remember the times, the Stone Age times, the dark times, you know what I mean? Where there was no, I can't believe I'm saying this, there was no internet. I remember when I was in the U.S. Army in 1999, the year 2000, there was no internet. You know what I mean? We had cell phones, but it was just dummy phones. We're not connected to the internet. And dating was so much different back then. And I hate to say it, just to let you know, and we're gonna go back to focusing into now, just to let you know then, I literally can say more men had intimate, romantic success with women in that era, more then than now. And that's not just my opinion, that's scientific research, the analytics studies have been done. That's the truth, that men now and women are having less romantic encounters, if you know what I mean, than years ago. Okay, like the people who are successful now, gentlemen, are the ones who learn game, who understand red pill awareness, who understand sexual human psychology, you know what I mean? Understands behavior, real social dynamics. And that's what we're here to learn, because things have gotten complicated with the internet, okay? So we have a large population in the West that lives vicariously through social media, is using, and most men, gentlemen, are using dating apps as just entertainment, okay? That's just the truth. There's no going around it. And we already talked about the dirty secret of the companies who own these dating apps that also have drones, okay? Drones, okay? Basically bots roaming these dating apps to align with you, to match with you. You ever wonder why all these women don't write you back? Because they're not women, they're drone accounts. They're just there to match with you. Then it's a step higher. It's a multi-billion dollar industry, gentlemen. They spend multi-million dollars hiring people, okay, on top of the drones, hiring women who are there to purposely match with you, to chit-chat with you just a little bit, and then you don't hear from them no more. They either unmatch you or they just never respond after a while, okay? These women are hired. They are hired to match with you. Gentlemen, I know you're thinking, where do you get this information? I know somebody on the inside who works an executive level for one of the biggest corporations, who owns the majority of the #1 dating apps, and he's told me this. It's a dirty secret. It's out. I want you to know. You know what I mean? So you can be, you know, you can swallow the red pill, and you can know the truth, spread the truth, each one teach one, okay? But going back to the women that are there just for the attention, they're just there for the validation. That's what they're using it for. It's a validation tool. So a lot of men are not even meeting their dates through the dating apps, okay? The majority, I say 80% of dudes are not meeting the women that they're matching with on the dating apps, okay? And we're going back to analytical studies, okay? Scientific analytical studies that have shown that 100% of women in today's era don't find 80% of the men attractive. I repeat, 100% of the women do not find at least 80% of the men satisfactory to have any type of romantic, intimate exchange with. You understand? So you have to ask yourself, are you in that 80%? I know a lot of guys are, I'm not in the 80%. You could be, and you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to realign. If you got to take your butt to the gym, get in shape, get a better job so you get your finances to at least to a level that's acceptable in most women's eyes. And you got to learn game, because if you got all that and you don't got game, you're going to fall victim to this. The time wasting. Okay, we talked about this in many other videos. I'm going to rehash it. This is going to save you a lot of time. When you do align yourself on the internet with a real woman, okay, not a catfish, not a drone, not a paid hired worker, okay, to entertain you, a real woman, you have to basically right away institute that you need to have a phone-to-phone contact with her so she can hear your voice and you can hear her voice. Getting rid of the fact that she's not going to be a catfish that you find out through that, right? Or no weird, strange accents, finding out it's some, no offense to the Nigerians, but some Nigerian hustler who's trying to con you out of some money, pretending to be a woman. You understand? You need to get her on the phone. If she won't even comply to do a short phone call with you, how are you going to get her to meet you if you can't even get her to do a 5-10 minute phone call? Okay? And then if she won't do that, you know, she's just there for validation. She doesn't want to meet you. She doesn't even want to talk to you. Okay? So you move on. You move on. This is why we spin plates, gentlemen. You're talking to different women. I told you 6 to 7 different women you got to be in contact with, because most of them will drop off. Most of them are just looking for attention and validation, or all of a sudden the timing's wrong and that woman might jump in another relationship, or she might find a guy who she thinks is a better suitor. You know what I'm saying? But once you get on the phone, no conversations past 10, I say 15 minutes is the max. That's it. If you talk too much, you take the allure of mystery away. You're not mysterious. She has nothing to find out. You're not exciting. She has nothing to look forward to. It's like you basically got out the movie, okay? You got the movie out and you went to the end of the movie and showed her the end of the movie. You know, and she doesn't even want to watch the beginning or the middle or the climax movie because she saw the ending already. Don't do that. 15 minutes. Oh, and then how you cut it off, you say, okay, oh, that's awesome. I'd love to hear all about it. Why don't we meet up this Thursday? You understand where that 10-15 minute mark go? You stop her mid-drift. I don't care how deep in the conversation shit. I would love to hear more about it. I have to attend to something, but let's talk more about it when we meet up. What would you know? Let's meet up here at this time. You available? And this is tap dancing. That's what we call it in the U.S. Army. She starts tap dancing. Oh, I don't think that. You know what I mean? Then you know she's BSing. She's full of it. She's blowing smoke up your rump, gentlemen. Then you let it go. Say, hey, when you change your mind, holla. Okay, don't say it that way. That's the hood way. Don't say that. But just say, hey, when you're ready, give me a call. You know what I mean? All right. It's been nice talking to you. Right? That's how you do it. And a lot of them, they really want to meet you. Now they can't BS you. Now they're like, oh, he's not like other guys. He's put an ultimatum. He's put the fire under my ASS. Now she's going to meet you, right? Nothing over 15 minutes. Okay? That's how you alleviate the time wasting on that. Also, let's go back to not just on the phone, not more than 15 minutes. You better not be texting all the time. A man who got his priorities straight, who's on his grind, who's on his hustle, who's about his money, who got a circle, a round table. And remember, I told you, if you don't have it, then so what? You know what I mean? Fake it till you make it. But a man who got these things is not sending text messages 3 seconds or 5 minutes, 10 minutes right away when he gets the text message from the woman. Makes you look like a loser. Man, like you got nothing better to do. You're just sitting there waiting on a beckoning call. You can't, no. And remember, not just like on the phone, not more than 15 minutes. Texting, the same thing. You can't keep texting and texting and texting. You're writing a book on it. What are you doing? Stop. This is effeminate behavior, gentlemen. Don't do that. Okay? Let's talk about, okay, so we talked about that. So when we alleviated time wasting and the digital pen pals. You know, women want you to be their pen pals. That's why I focused in on the texting. Okay? No digital pen pals. No time wasting phone calls. You are not an emotional tampon. So let's go to the pretend girlfriend. This is for the gentlemen out there who they like to meet women online that live in faraway places, different cities, different countries. I'm not dissing it. Hey, I'm a globetrotter. Okay, I grew up traveling. ever since a child. I was an Army brat. Father was a colonel, traveled all over the world. Okay? All over the world. And then me as a man, as a defense contractor, travel all over the world. I still do. There's women I still visit, and there's some women I plan to visit within the next couple coming months. Okay? This is real. This is real to me. But I want to tell men, so you don't end up one of these dumb ASSs that people make fun of on other videos, right? Gentlemen, when you talk to a woman, right, within the second month, okay, of being in contact with her, say she lives in Australia, say she lives wherever in another country, you need to be making plans to get on that plane and go see her. Do not let I met this guy who was doing video calls with girl, and he was saying date, and I was like, dude, that's not a date. You had a video calls with her. You know what I mean? Video call, even when you do video call sex, okay, you both are masturbating on video call. That ain't a real date. That's not really making love. That's not, no. You got to meet her face to face. This guy's calling this woman a girlfriend when he's never even met her. Stop. Gentlemen, don't do that. Don't be like that. Don't be like the guy who I'm describing. So you need to go within the second month of being in contact with her. You need to make plans to see her. You know how many men, when it comes to seeing the woman, they start tap dancing. All of a sudden, the woman stops returning messages. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, something happened. All of a sudden, once again, time wasting. The woman who lives in that faraway place just wanted you as a digital pen pal. You know what I mean? Or you come into the reality of meeting women online, right, who are afraid of human intimacy. You know what I mean? We live in a weird world right now where there's a lot of women out here who are asexual. Meaning they don't want anything real. They're living vicariously through the internet. Gentlemen, we gotta get rid of those. We gotta get rid of those. We got to throw those type of people to the side. They're not candidates who are serious about meeting you face to face. We need to find out. It's ASP. We got to get rid of the time wasters, the digital pen pals, and the pretend girlfriends. You got to sort this out as soon as possible. And I'm guilty of this. There's somebody who coming in 2023. I have to go out and fly and see her. Because, you know, I got caught up, you know what I mean, and just kept dragging on for a little too long. So I'm guilty of that too. So when I'm preaching to you guys, understand, I'm not coming from a place of I'm holier than thou, I'm more superior than that. But let's keep it real. The sooner the better. We got to meet the women faster. We got to meet the woman faster. Don't let somebody waste your time, your energy. Gentlemen, you'll never get that time back, and energy is so hard to replenish. You only have a certain amount of energy every day. Okay, this has been Travel and Bang. I hope you appreciated this video. I hope you can take this and apply it. Please share with family and friends if you gain value from this video. Please subscribe if you haven't, and press like. Definitely press like, you know what I mean, because, you know, algorithms like it. All right, asombroso.